Now I would say I can use my knife, and I would say we have a sailboat going by, a sailboat going by, and we say it's just hanging. See, the Vayu wants to, I would like to see that sail scraping the water, standing up like that, standing up like that. See here. But this depends on what you want to see. See, I want to see this. Then you look more into that boat. You look more into that boat. Because it is disturbed to a point of, disturbed to a point. See, disturbed to a point that you hardly don't see this side anymore. This is more or less hanging in the water. See, this way. And then you fire off, making a kind of a nice rim there. Making a nice rim there. See, and scoop it out like this. See, it gives you the round, and now you watch. You have this, that creates a shadow. That creates a shadow in the water there. See? Because it's hanging in the water there. And it's moving that way. And now you have a sail there. And I will put that almighty sail just hanging in the water. Can you see? Isn't that scaring? Isn't that scaring? Just hanging in the water there. And you see all those guys on the other side are sitting on that rim. See here, you just create that, make that water dance again. There. And all those guys are sitting on that rim and laying, sometimes they are lying flat already. See, they want to hold the boat down. See, and their foot's on the bottom. And their hands are on there. And the little head up there. See? Now you have a bundle of them hanging around, one a bit more this way, the other one more this way, and everyone is just fighting to get that hold that boat, because it will leave me. It will leave me. See? With other words, you create that again and have other head up there. And how many guys you want on that boat, and he has his arm there, and sometimes it is beautiful to create this kind of stuff. And then you fire that same thing right into the water there. See, that's all hanging in the water. That reflects all nice in the water there. See, look at that. How easy you just fire in like this. Now, in this case, you see the mast, the sail mast. It's just going like this. It's just going like this. Yeah, see, like this. And you can use the knife. The knife makes a straighter line than the brush. See? That is your sail mast there. And you had a little bit of a interesting flag there. And that flag is just, the wind is blown this way, because otherwise it wouldn't be like that. And that flag would go like this. See, try to get the wind and get the power of whatever you have in there. And now you can paint little things in here. A little board there, and maybe close up there, and I will, yeah. Now you create kind of a water movement behind there. See how easy you get this boat going. So this is the way I would like to put my sometime, depends on, see, make it nice and watery like this, and that's it. You know, here's the boat, yes, scraping the water, and you can easily put the shadow underneath now too, because that creates a shadow on the water there. See, and put that shadow on the water there too. So with other words, you work with light and shadows and all the excitement of there you are. Maybe here it's just it's windy. You see the flag there in the water too, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Fine, good. So we will wipe that out again. See, and we make a new thing there. I just would like to show you different types of boats sometime when I paint, and how easy you cut them in, and how easy you work details out. And then you can go into more details if you want to. See, now I will have a boat just happen, it's coming this way, it's coming this way. It's a big boat coming this way, here, fires into the water there, and maybe you just hardly can see the other side again. Now it is maybe the other side. First we looked into the boat. Now I don't look into the boat. I just see the outside the rim, and it goes like this. See? Here in the back you just cut it in like this, and reflects it right into the water. Reflects it right into the water there. See? And then put the water in between. Put the water in between. See? Put the water in between. How you do that? That way, and then you power in. An almighty sail is standing there, and you fire it up like this. See? There you are. And then you fire it right into the water there. Fire it right into the water there. See? And it makes it so dumb easy. And then you fire in a mast standing there. See? That's the mast standing there. And then you have the other sailboat together again. What I want to show you, with other words, you can put any shape and form of boats on the water, and you still put lots of action in if you want to. Here, this kind of a sail is nice to have it a little bit on the curve, and have a little flag up there too. No? Which way is the way the wind is going? Actually, this was wrong what I did there. I showed you how you shouldn't do it. See, actually the wind would blow the flag this way, because the wind is in the sail like this. And then you see how easy you can get it out. There's no problem to get it off your canvas. Just get it off like this, you see? And then put the new mast in there again. And in no time, there. See? And then if you want the flag, always think the wind is blowing that way, and the sail is, the flag is so easy. I would just use yellow and red or whatever, and the flag would go that way. So we don't know what country it is. See? And there you are. Then put a little line on top. A little rim on top. And I did the whole thing with the knife, and you see how easy it is to do it that way. Good. And then you use the big brush, and you make it bang, 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 bang. See? And all of a sudden, everything is going great. Good. Good enough? So I showed you just rough ideas about boats coming to you, going by, going down, hanging over. Try to practice that when you're home, and you can have lots of fun. Thank you for watching me. Bye-bye.